Another aspect about the vaccine is also dependency. China has a very, very large part of the what they call active pharmaceutical ingredients part of the market, the bits that are necessary for a chemical to actually work as a medicine in us. And India has that part, which is the packaging of the medicine, so that we can ingest it, that we can absorb it, we can have it as a pill, as a drop, whatever. These two countries really dominate the whole world. In fact, the rest of the world isn't producing a lot of very ordinary treatments any longer. It's produced in China and India.
As you see till now, last 4 months, we have been able to supply medicines around the world. Last 4 months, despite the strongest lockdown, we made sure that we meet our commitment. We have been supplying medicine to over 200 countries around the world, and we have been able to meet our export obligation. It's the question of the reputation, and it's the question of image at this particular moment of time. And the Indian political leadership has been communicating that we will continue to meet our obligation. So I'm confident that even in the case of vaccine development, they will live to the track record what they have demonstrated over a period of time. Because we are not talking here boundaries, physical boundaries. We are talking that anyone who deserves the medicine should get the medicine.
What about some of the Indian politicians who have pointed out that Indian pharmaceutical companies should not be so dependent on Chinese ingredients, the APIs?
From a long-term point of view, Lynn, the important thing is there is a need of diversified supply chain. You should not be dependent only on one supply. And what we are talking globally is today diversified supply chain. So for a product like the point which we talked in case of vaccine, if there is only one vaccine, it will lead to stockpiling. But if there are multiple manufacturers who are coming the vaccine and there is a choice which is available, it will lead to the equitable distribution of vaccine. Similarly, in case of APIs, so what Indian government is saying and what governments in many parts of the world are saying, that there has to be a diversified supply chain to ensure dependable supply to the medicine.
If, though, the vaccine is not going to be just one vaccine, it looks as if perhaps there are many different strains in the COVID-19. So this could be many vaccines and perhaps even revaccination, which could last for many years. Will Indian pharmaceutical companies be able to cope?
Indian pharmaceutical industry has got tremendous resilience and coping ability, which it has demonstrated. Even in HCQ case, hydroxychloroquine case, we have been able to supply, and we committed around the world that we will be able to meet the requirement. Similarly, in case of vaccination, we are Indian entrepreneurs. They are looking at the capacity of their production. And I think if there is a demand of a vaccine which is there, if there are no other solutions which are available for that time, at that time, because we are seeing, one is the vaccines, then we are seeing treatments, we are seeing plasma therapy. So there are multiple options which are being examined at that particular moment. If there is going to be a demand, I'm sure Indian entrepreneurs will find the solution of affordable healthcare.
Do you think we will reach a point where everybody in the world will end up being vaccinated, or are we always going to be talking about a limited number of our population, our 7 billion plus population in the world being vaccinated?
I don't know at this particular moment how the situation will evolve as far as coronavirus is concerned. We are trying to understand this virus more. It is a deadly virus. The entire pharmaceutical industry has taken up the challenge. They are developing a vaccine. There is a possibility that 4 or 5 candidates will come with vaccine, and then whoever needs vaccine will have the entitlement to have that particular product. And I'm hopeful that we should be able to reach to that position towards next year.
For yourself, when do you think that you would be immunized with this potential vaccine?
I don't think that I will have the opportunity to get immunized before end of next year because there are better candidates. I don't have any comorbid disease, so I'm not the right person to have the first right to have the vaccine. So by end of next year, I don't think I will get the vaccine if I want to have it. But by 2022, hopefully there will be a solution where every one of us, you, me, everyone, should be able to have vaccine when he needs it.
Mr. Jain, thank you very much for being in conversation, and we hope you stay safe in lockdown.
Thank you very much, Lynn. It has been great talking to you. I wish all the very best to all our viewers in Southeast Asia. Stay safe, and I'm sure India will continue to be the dependable partner of supply of medicine. Thank you very much, and my greetings again from India to all of you. Thank you very much.